Alright, hello, and welcome back to some more Tales of Arise, everyone. This is day 11, I believe. Last time we left off, we were getting a lot of cutscenes and lore thrown at us, so we're going to continue. We're going to try and progress the story as much as we can.
I still can't believe it, man.
What?
You're
What can't you
not the only
believe?
one still trying to make sense of all this. Believe me.
Really? You've never struck me as the type of guy to get hung up on these sorts of things.
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once my memories started coming back to me, I felt completely and totally lost.
It was really that bad for you?
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that I still had things out there worth fighting for.
Man, I think you might be a better guy than me, Alphen. All I can remember thinking was, when's this guy gonna get his act together?
Law.
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad, and running away from the truth. That was no way to live. And I've tried to stay strong, my way. But all this talk about other races and the world ending, if I can be honest with you guys, it's just all too much for me to handle right now.
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe the key is not to worry too much about the big stuff right now.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about my thorns, for obvious reasons, but I never really opened up to anyone about them. And when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me, I didn't know what I should do or who to tell. But that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's really important. I just had to open up and listen.
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah, I think you're right.
The thing that's most important, what I really care about, all I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me, to fight for them. That's good enough, right?
That certainly is good enough.
Not everyone is strong enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once when he was still alive. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight, and you're strong enough to protect the people you care about. Forget all the big stuff going on. Just don't lose sight of what you want to protect in the first place. Sound good?
Yeah, I think it does. It's like a big weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I'll fight to protect the people around me. Just like I always have. I think that's best.
Alright. Dueling!
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one. I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns, and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis, or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegis might not even be a safe option.
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could turn dire. There is, after all, 3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about people reconciling.
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis, after this is all over?
Indeed. I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. In that regard, I remain determined. On that note, I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator, so that the Renins can live on Dana peaceably.
Ah.
As the one and only Blazing Sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
And I take it that you'll be the one to represent the Renins?
There you go.
Yes.
Quite the bridge.
I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renins to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. That is why...
You're the same as ever, Dohalim.
Is it too much?
No, relax. You get so tense and formal when you're asking for a favor. Listen, there's no need for that. We're friends.
You're too kind. I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
And I'll ask once again, this time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you, my friend.
Alright, I think that's everyone. I think we talked to everyone.
Well, it sounds like everyone's learning from their past and using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renins?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, I might be a Renin in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one of them. Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. Not if or when, but how. I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steely grip. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save Rena and Dana. I mean, how could I have? It's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction.
Oh yeah, that's what the
When you
aliens are
consider
called, the
Helganquil's part in all
Helganquil.
this, it's been even
What a strange
longer than
name.
that. It was Naori's hope that somehow, someone in the future would be able to stop it, before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that call, is a mystery.
It's cause
I
we're
don't
the
think Naori was
main
hoping that we would just
characters.
stop the world from getting destroyed.
Main characters.
She considered me, a Danan, as a real person. And she very much cherished her own people, too. I don't think she wanted the world to be saved, just so they could go back to hurting each other. Oh, maybe this is what she meant.
You have to live.
Huh?
You have to
When we were
live.
talking to Kisara earlier, about all that stuff like everyone's needing to meet halfway and embrace each other's pain and suffering. She said that the first step down that path was for each of us to put aside our own hatred. That means forgiving other people, even and especially before they forgive you.
Forgiving. So it goes both ways, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it does.
I don't just mean forgiving things that happened in the past either. Conflicts will keep happening. If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future, we have to all learn to forgive each other.
You know, you're right. People can hurt one another without even meaning to. I know that better than most, thanks to these thorns.
It's not going to be easy getting past this pain. But if we can do it, I'm sure there'll come a time when we can all truly understand each other. I'm there with you, Shion. I too want to protect the world we live in, and all the people we care about. I think that's the very least I can do to repay Naori for everything that she did.
Yeah. I want a future that she would feel proud to live in, and I'm going to fight for it.
Whoa there, Savior Girl. I'm here to save you too, you know.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I want to live. And that's the honest truth.
That's good. Alright. So...
Well,
more
is
cutscene.
everybody ready to do what needs to be done?
More cutscenes.
I am. There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dan is still in danger. I don't care who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
I like that mentality, Law.
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind, too.
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world. And it's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with it. That alone is enough to make it our enemy. But it's not only that. One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving Shion.
You're saying there's a chance?
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegis, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Shion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns as well.
Indeed. Shion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy, the one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction, then...
Shion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
We don't know anything for certain. At the very least, though, I think it's possible her thorns are a part of the Great Spirit.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Shion.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
Sounds good to me.
The question is, how do we confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet. The Wedge and Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right. This is an altogether greater challenge for merely 6.
And we only know about the Thorns connection thanks to Naori.
Hevric 35 has been observing the great astral spirit this whole time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort.
All right,
Let's
time
go
to
see
talk
what
to the
that
alien.
is.
Time to talk to the
Come on, Shion.
alien.
Let's go give Hevric 35 our answer.
Wait, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yeah, it's central. I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Here we are.
Do you have your answer for me?
We
Yes.
want to ask something first.
Oh, never
You're
mind.
asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renus Alma.
Ah.
You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
Wait, no.
That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
She
Sorry.
was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit, and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be
Yeah,
erased.
okay, no, this is not the
So it
plan.
really will kill me.
That's not the plan.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the great spirit.
Nah, dude, I was never a simple person. I would like to be
What are our other options?
the one guy going around
There
for
is
the
little
harder
reason to
option.
consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You
Look.
don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die. That we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
Shut up, dude.
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the Great Astral Spirit to revive itself.
So why don't we just beat its
So long as
ass?
it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the
So what's
Great
stopping
Spirit.
what's stopping us from
That is
summoning it
why
and
is
just like
necessary
fighting
for
it?
it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns could be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Ooh.
Well, can it?
Ooh.
It is true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the Great Astral Spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony. Considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed, I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Oh my god, this guy's
Why, you-
blackmailing us, dude.
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
Tell him, Alphen. Tell him.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
Yes.
Agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Meaning, you know, gotta make the epic exit out of every single dungeon.
Havrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all.
Time to show them what we can do.
Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man.
All
Is it
right.
too much to ask for Havrek 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait. Once the Fall Knights is good to go again, we'll be taking off for Rena
Right away. It'll take some time to completely repair your starship. I suggest that you all get some rest at the interim. Rest up!
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead.
Hey!
Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright. To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more. That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
Oh!
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Aww.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
All right, now kiss. Oh, are we just gonna have the Pears here?
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something
All
you
the
wanted to
Pears,
talk
man.
about?
You gotta talk to each other.
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before, about whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
What?
Well, like you said, Unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little
Wait,
bit
that's
of
actually
Dana's
kind of big
astral
brain. I'm
energy
not gonna lie.
inside
Law's
us,
onto something.
Yeah. Maybe.
Heverick 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No. What were you saying?
Oh my
Saying?
god, this is
I
too
don't remember
cute.
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now
This
you
is
won't
too
tell me what you were
cute.
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
This is so cute.
You sure you don't want to get some rest?
Yeah, let's just gaze at the stars.
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Shion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Heverick 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything that
Listen,
we...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Shion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
His
I remember
music,
how
man.
I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Shion.
Say it. Say it.
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone,
No.
okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Am I really at the end of the game?
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Go into hyperdrive.
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
All right, my one question is, are we able to head back down to Dana and do side quests? That's my one question. Guess not.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
All right. Cutscene. We don't get to go back.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the Hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Ooh.
So this is Rena.
Special owls
where
have seemed to
everything
have
began.
appeared throughout Dana.
Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
Alright, so we can go back. Alright, so considering this is the final dungeon, I think it's appropriate that we end up finishing a lot of the side quests that need to be finished. If that makes sense. Level 44. Alright. So, with that being said, Tales of Arise full location. Alright, so we were in the middle of collecting all the owls, but now we're able to get the special owls. Alright. Alright, we were on Owl 33. It's in the Iglia Wastes. Alright. We gotta go to the Iglia Wastes. The owl. Somewhere in this mountain over here.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Dun dun. Climb, climb, climb away. This will just be like end of the game completion sequence. Hi there, owl. Vivid Spear, a brilliantly colored sphere, the purpose of which is unknown. Rolling it creates a vacuum no nearby object can escape.
My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Prova what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Alright, so that's an artifact. Carry over records. Oh, carry over our stuff? Is that what that means? Vest of Secrets. That's for Law, right? That gives him quite a bit of stats. Alright, where's the next L? It's in Glanamede Castle. Lord's Chamber.
Hey, Alvin. What do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
Free Apple Joe. Alright, we're gonna be here at the Lord's Chamber, right? That is one big owl. Hi. Battle Maiden Shield.
wonderful treasure this is.
Do not know. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. For the next owl... Before I even look at the next owl, what does that... Carry over equipment. Dude, this is all New Game Plus stuff! Prison Tower. Prison Tower, Hidden Chamber. Yeah, it's gonna play that.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go. Ow!
Oh. There, that's a nice looking owl. Broken machine gun. All right.
This shall be a feast for the senses.
We gotta go to Delpharis Castle. It's the Lord's Chamber.
I think
Oh.
Google senses something.
Hello there.
Who?
Trident.
What a
Carryover skills. Oh my
wonderful
god.
treasure
This is all endgame stuff, huh? Adelina Palace. So, Adelina Palace is Menancia. It's in the guards room. So, second floor guards room.
I think
Hello.
Google senses something.
Ancient excavator. Dueling.
I see you've got your relics all lined up again. What are you doing?
They're speaking to him.
Huh? They're so bright now.
Oh, it's you two. I was merely tending to my collection.
Don't you think you've polished them enough by now?
You take better care of your relics than you do yourself.
I try to take good care of them. However, no matter how much work I put in, it refused to respond.
I thought you could hear their voices somehow.
I can, but that's all I can do with them. I can't actually engage.
Dohalim is obsessed. He's
Not
actually
yet.
obsessed.
What are they saying? Did they really want you to polish them that much?
You're right. I was so enraptured with them, I may have selfishly failed to consider their own wishes. I must open my mind and sincerely engage with them in earnest.
He never gets tired of his relics, does he?
Nope. It is interesting to look at them when they're all lined up together like this, though. Like how these two have similar designs. It makes me wonder if they were made in the same period.
An excellent observation. Yes, I too suspect they're somehow intimately related as well.
I don't see what you two are talking about at all.
What's this? Why, that smear wasn't there previously. Could it be responding to my voice at long last? It's rather viscous and has a distinct aroma to it.
Ugh, Hoodle! These relics are no place for you to do your business!
Oh my god.
I'm serious! These are priceless pieces of history!
Come on, Dohalim. Let's go wash your hands before you catch anything weird.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
All right. Here we are, Owl Dude.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Brrr. Fly. Oh, there's a side quest here.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
Hey there, guy.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Really now?
What?
I see.
Very nice.
So side quest accepted. Legion has another side quest.
Liam, the line of researchers is getting longer.
Perhaps I should...
Notice from Nodio. It says that the wedding is to be held at Sexleo Temple.
Right.
Sax-Leo Temple.
Side quest everywhere. Side
Isn't that where
quest
Shion was being
in my
held?
hair. Hey, Cole.
Yes.
Just great. How got it?
Hey!
All right.
Olzebek. Yeah, every place wants to give a side quest now, huh?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey, it's you again, Grenner.
Hey.
Yeah,
Just...
I guess. Thanks.
Hey there, Nate.
Huh? What? All right. All right. Got it.
Beat the Zoogle in the sealed off area. Alright. That's the Zoogle in the closed off area. Well, let's try to defeat the Zoogle. Let's see how tough this thing is.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
We have like no money? How? How is that even possible? Materials? Alright, as soon as we buy all these orange shells, like, we're gonna go broke.
You can never be too prepared, but
Do we really have to spend so much money? Yes, yes we did!
Why are you staring at me?
I could ask the same thing.
So this is how the Sovereign and Maiden are supposed to look. You two go great together.
Law, come stand between us.
Oh, sure. You want me to put something white on as well?
Of course she doesn't.
Take a closer look, Shion. It's a miracle.
What are you talking about?
This outfit, it's already got blue accents on it.
So I see.
This flavor.
Dueling, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
Damn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danon.
True, Renin opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. Then again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Not but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
I agree. Let's get this quest done.
Is this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle in that Nath mentioned?
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half-finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean, we won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's gone, right? So what does it matter?
In case we fail.
Did they really think that barrier was enough? For a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
I
Don't
agree.
get careless, Law.
That's no ordinary stray there.
Thunderite.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Alright, so I'm going to assume no water. Alright. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, buddy. No, you don't. Stop that. Oh, he's weak to fire. Do you have any fire moves, dude?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Negative gate.
Sleep now.
Regenerate. Sorry to trouble you.
Burning strike.
Not in your dreams. Outstanding form. Let me help. Finish without a trace. You all touch the
You picked the wrong fight. Demon Fang! Try this! Heal my wearied companion. Explosive ring!
There you go. Don't let up.
I can carve through armor. Demon
Take that. Here I come. Healing circle.
I owe you one.
By the power of flame. This finish without a trace. Here goes. Don't mind if I do.
Explosive ring! You may be strong, but I'll never back down.
I'll be safe.
Demon Fang! Coming through!
Oh.
Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's another. By the
Demon
power of
Fang!
flame.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! The flame inside is yours to be let free! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
It's weakened.
Demon Fang! This ends now! Explosive ring!
Where are you going?
Demon Fang!
Let me help.
Burn in hell! Now I can let loose! You're mine! Swallow blade! Demon Fang! You're mine! Try this! Explosive ring! Take this! Demon Fang! Dragon Form! Rending you apart! Demon Fang! Take this! Slasher! Dragon Form! Be still! Demon Fang! This one's all mine!
Don't suffer inside.
Maybe Joseph-Sara a little kindness, huh?
She is strong.
Dragon Form!
You can be really dense, though, Helene.
Hurricane Thrust! Searing Gale! Here I come! Crush! Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern! Is this it?
I never miss.
No escape! Smash you! Here I come!
Unity of the
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! I'm not done!
in the soil.
Dragon Swarm! Be still! Rising
I'm ready. Do it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Here I come!
On your
Take this! Swallow Blade! Demon Fang!
The enemy is going all out.
in the soil.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Here comes a big one! Demon Fang! Try harder! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
One more.
Try harder! Not a chance!
Negative gate.
Here I come! Demon Fang!
I'll bring you
Demon
back from
Fang!
death's abyss.
Demon Fang!
Resuscitation. My natural defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck.
Retreat from this battle.
Retreat? I would never.
Burn!
I won't give up.
Okay, here I go!
Imbue this
Phoenix!
soul with life.
A new lease on life.
I'm not done! Demon Fang!
It's in your hands now.
Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Demon Fang! Stay away from my friends!
Here, let me
Here I come! I'm not done!
Can't be happening.
To everlasting dark.
Demon Fang!
Gate.
Take this!
Smash you!
Stalagmite.
Try harder! Not a chance!
One more!
Not a chance! Try harder! Not a chance!
Go get him!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Here goes!
Demon Fang! Try harder! My turn! Try harder! Now! It's too much! You picked the wrong fight! You
Let's get you all
apart!
tucked away!
Bloody howling! Hurricane thrust! Searing gale!
Armor won't save you!
Demon Fang! Swallow blade! Dragon swarm! Try this!
Where are you going?
Explosive ring!
Heal my weary companion!
Is this it?
Couldn't make it in time.
Come in handy.
Far enough!
Demon Fang!
Spirits
Demon
within the
Fang!
soil.
Awaken and wreak! Try harder! Not a chance! This isn't looking good!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
It's
Watch
about
your
to
step.
strike!
I sense incredible
Look
power.
sharp, everyone! Try harder! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Now! Try harder! Now! Try harder!
Here!
There!
Masterful cast!
Try hard! My turn! Now! Now! Try harder! Not a chance! Try harder! Now! I have no limits! Here I come! Now, while it's reeling!
Take him down!
Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Demon Fang! Ha! Burn! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Negative gate!
Explosive ring!
Rending you apart! I can carve through armor! Bloody howling!
Here I come!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! You pay for that! Demon Fang!
Ready and ready!
Demon Fang!
Benediction.
Demon Fang!
Such unadulterated fury.
Demon Fang! Try harder! Not a chance!
Negative gate!
Try harder! My turn!
Rending you apart!
Try harder! It's on! Try harder!
Is this it?
Don't give up! I owe you, Shion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Everlasting
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
bloody
Demon Fang!
far enough!
Sorry.
Demon Fang!
I can't lose.
Demon Fang! It's on! Demon Fang! Burn in hell!
Benediction light.
Demon Fang! Explosive ring!
It's been a smart.
The everlasting
Demon
dark.
Fang!
Negative gate!
Spirits within
Carve
the
through
soil.
armor! Awaken and wreak havoc!
Let's get you all tucked away. Healing fire!
Demon Fang!
No further.
Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back.
Take
this! The flame
Demon Fang!
in here.
Now you see what I can do!
Here I go.
Watch yourself.
Demon Fang!
Incredible power.
Regenerate!
Is that a healing art?
It is.
Demon
I
Fang!
can't ignore your pain.
I owe you one.
I'll try to be more careful.
Now it's my turn! Breath of life!
I'll be standing ready.
Demon Fang!
More where that came from.
Where are you going?
Far enough!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Go get him. Here's a healing art.
Take this! Crush! It's on! Dragon Swarm!
Awaken and
Burn!
wreak!
Demon Fang! Try this!
Fury.
Explosive ring!
This one is
Then it's time for you to do what you do best.
Searing gale!
Here's a way!
Demon
Here's
pack!
a healing arc! Here goes! First aid!
Resonate with the earth!
Hit!
Demon pack! Take this! Ready and ready!
Go get it!
Imbue this vanquished soul with light! Resuscitation! Demon pack!
I can't lose!
Heal! I owe you back! Demon
I'll
pack!
be saving this place!
No further! Already! Demon pack! Demon pack!
Hit!
It's on!
What was I thinking?
I probably shouldn't be wasting like really kind of super important items like that, but
Try harder!
Hit! One more! I'm sorry.
dude, this guy got a twofer, man.
I'm gonna need more than that. Demon pack! Fly! From beyond, demon pack! Imbue this vanquished soul with light!
I'm going to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this. That's gonna smart.
Try harder! Take this!
Thanks so much.
Attack time!
Demon pack! Demon pack! Negative gate! I can carve through armor! Let the lights in! Hurricane strike! Searing gale!
This one's mine.
Demon pack!
I'll bring you back
Demon
from
pack!
here.
Take this! Resuscitation! Take this!
Send the rain.
I'm not done!
I've still
Demon
got
pack!
your help. I won't give up.
You! Stay away from my friend! Demon pack! Demon pack!
Here goes. What was I thinking?
I owe you one!
Feel.
No further.
Nothing gets by me.
Demon pack! I'll smash you! Try harder! My turn! Is this it?
Jesus.
Here I come! Demon pack!
They're not playing
Demon
around.
pack!
Resuscitation. I'll
You're
be
my
saving this place.
demon pack! Don't be carried away! Try hard! My turn! I'm not! Demon pack! Awaken and
Here goes.
now I can let loose!
By the power of flame.
Try harder! This on!
Great.
Bloody strike!
Here goes.
Eat this!
Here's another.
Go time! No further! Explosive ring! I'll smash you!
Burning strike.
Denied! Breath of life! Heal my weary Demon pack!
That'll bring you down.
Wide open! It won't escape me! Searing gale! I'm ready! Remove!
Astral energy.
All right. That was a slog of a fight, but we did it.
Huh? What's a letter doing in a place like this?
Hell if I know. I highly doubt that Zoogle was trying to guard it. Still, somebody must have left it for some... Law.
It's for you.
Huh? What's up?
Something up?
It's from my old man. My dear son, I wonder how things will be between us by the time you read this.
In any case, I first want to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. Making it this far requires a strong body, fine technique, an unwavering spirit, and most of all, friends that you can count on. If you have all of that, then I, as your father, have nothing to worry about. Those things together will always keep you on the right path. That brings me to what I really wish to discuss with you. As with all of us, there will someday come a time when you'll be a grown man who can and must think and act for himself. Whether you'll live in a world where blood will no longer be spilled between Danins and Renins, or when that day arrives, Nobody can say. But even if peace still eludes us then, you'll have to decide how to live in this world. Listen to others with an open heart, but don't be swept away by their words. Always live on your terms. One more thing. If I ever see you again, I hope to say this to you in person, but neither of us knows what tomorrow may bring. Know this. Whatever you think of me and what I've done, your mother and I love you very, very much.
And there's nothing in this whole world that will ever change that. Your father, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
I can't believe he's only telling me all this after he's gone. What am I supposed to do with this?
Zephyr once told me that living freely meant being your own master. I think he wanted to make sure you know how he felt one way or another. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
But that still doesn't explain why his father left that letter for him here, of all places.
Don't forget, we were led to this place. We may well get some answers if we go back to the source of all this.
All right. What's our CP looking like now? We're almost in the 600s.
Little adventure we went on.
Hey.
Hey.
I guess... No way. Damn.
All right.
This is... Thanks.
Ooh, that's an accessory? Oh my god. Alright, so what does that accessory do? What? Hey, yo. I might have to put Law in the party at one point. Alright. I think the merchant's on the 3rd floor, it said? Yeah. Oh, it's the chef.
Hey.
Right.
Sure.
I don't believe it.
Oh, great. Got it.
Yes. Yes.
Wheat and eggs.
You finally made.
Does Menancia have it? Maybe.
You guys want to rest here?
We have the wheat. We just need eggs. Where do you find eggs? Innkeeper in Cyslodia has them. Did I not visit the inn in this place? That's actually hilarious. I actually never visited the inn here.
You finally made it.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to?
All right.
Down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is...
Fried bread.
Yes.
Donuts.
Oh.
Nice. Thanks. Yeah.
You're the duck.
You finally made.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh.
Yay! What? Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah!
Clerk uniform. Got an artifact from that?
We avoided getting roasted in the...
Cooking effect boost.
ring. What we could really use is something to cap this off.
Sure. Got any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock.
There's that one boss in the snow plains we didn't fight yet. We have to make that book for Rinwell. Go to the inn, and let's see if we can make the best book Rinwell has.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Where are my weaponsmiths at? Oh my god. Yes, let's take the carrot, dude. So 1104.
Always love the sound of hammers banging away.
I got a while to go. Whoa, look at her stats. Her stats go off the roof. Maybe it's time I do end up selling my weapons, bro. I haven't really been using anything else. Yeah, I think it's just time. We clean out stock. I sold the carrot, didn't I? All right. We still have to explore that cavern. This is the wedding side quest. Alright.
We've reached our destination.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Just great. Cheers!
You know, Shion, I hear that if you can't catch a bouquet at a wedding, you'll always be singled alone. Wait, really?
Nice try, you two. Better luck next time.
Never. Why?
Wait. Something's wrong.
I...
Oh no.
I'm alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of...
Alvin?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of us. And it wasn't just one bouquet either. There's also this one from me. So please, we'll fight this together.
You dummy!
You
That's
don't?
not what I was upset about. That said, even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one,
I'm just glad I could help.
you never cease to...
Wait. We got weapon sets?
Feel it.
Experience boost.
Better now, Shion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
Most.
We finally made it.
Activity records, subquests. Swimming, swimming, swimming.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
I won't forgive you!
Shattering pieces!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
This one will be difficult to predict.
Don't mind if I do. Healing
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
These things really get on my nerves. Sounds like a job for you truly.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Now,
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! You'll soon see about that.
Another incantation ruined.
Focus. One more.
Armor won't save you! You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Demon Fang!
In the soil.
What would I do without you? Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too. Here's a healing arc. First
Time
aid.
to let it rip! Demon Fang!
Here's a healing arc.
Hurricane Thrust!
First aid. Here's another.
Now this one's all mine! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Elfin.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
I'm ready! Shion!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Up.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
Stamina ring.
No choice!
I knew this one's mine.
You're mine!
Feel it.
Swallow Blade!
By the power
Dragon
of
Swarm!
flame, you are finish without a
Flash!
trace.
Demon Fang!
Insects should stay on the ground.
You're mine! Akisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Do it. What's your big
In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Do it.
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Block!
So I still had room to grow.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Here's not on my watch.
Slash! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Shine! Radiant light!
Don't mind if I do. Healing circle.
why'd you heal me?
Swallow Blade!
I'll fix you up.
Negative Gate Swarm! Burn it out!
Smite with Dragon Blade!
Let's get you off of the healing circle.
Take this! Execution! Swallow Blade!
Smash you. Do it.
Sorry, Cubby.
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Well done.
Slash! Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Sighted.
My turn!
Here goes.
Strike!
This could be useful.
Got like a million peach shells. Oh my god. Wait, this blade is actually so good. I thought it was a meme. Did we get an outfit with it? Oh, yo, Alphen looks sick. Bro, where am I?
We should be able to cook here.
Something tells me we should probably rest up. Hmm?
Alphen, do you understand what's on the line here?
What?
The fish, Alphen. With all these Zeugles around, nobody can give them a good home. Namely, my stomach.
Shion, we can't rush this. If there's a big-time Zeugle waiting for us, we've got to be prepared.
You've got a point.
We can't let some dumb Zeugle beat us. Not with these fish at stake.
I'm pretty sure we're all in it to win it here.
Easy peasy.
Dueling, care if I hang out for a while?
Would you perchance be interested in going on a walk together?
Why? You're not on guard duty for another few hours.
Which is why I want to walk. To hear the music in these parts.
Music? Where are you going to find musicians all the way out here?
There's more to music than what people play. It's in the grass, fluttering in the wind, the leaves in the trees, and the songs of birds and insects. Once you open your ears, you'll find that music is truly everywhere in this world.
What sounds like music depends on who's listening, huh? It's an interesting idea, but I think it might be a little too difficult for me. Speaking of music, whatever happened to your instruments? You used to be a musician, didn't you?
Those are well out of my reach at this point. That aside, I don't feel that I yet have the right to play any of them again. You could say that it is in part my way of atoning for that which I have failed to do over the years.
Meaning that you haven't completely given up on making things right.
Do you think me a fool stuck in the past?
Not at all. In fact, far from it. You sound like you're still holding out hope for a brighter future. Picture yourself being able to play your music again. Doesn't that motivate you to keep going even when things get tough?
I see what you mean. I didn't realize that drive still lingered within me. The darkness in one's heart is sure to manifest in their music. However, I promise you that one day, when that darkness has finally lifted, I shall let you hear me perform.
Well, now that you've said it, you're gonna have to follow through. I look forward to hearing you play.
I suppose we should call it a day. Once we finish eating, we should get going.
Oh no. Is this a run back of the horrid boss known as the slime? Dude.
Yikes! Don't make eye contact with it!
He's gonna summon his little minions and stuff too.
He's the one who polluted the pond.
Consider this payback for all those fish!
Go for the weak point! That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Alright! That'll bring you down! It's raining blobs of slime! Gross!
I'll take out as many as I can.
Go get him!
Now I can let
Anything in armor is all mine!
Not today.
It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone.
lost.
What our friends for, we can't depend on them.
This is direct. Now! Bear that in mind.
I shall ensure you survive this. Demon Fang! Try this!
It's showtime! Good luck!
This is gonna be one hell of a fight.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Try harder! Not a chance! Resuscitation! No further! Far enough! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Your mother! Take it! All the power of my healing art! Try harder! Negative gate! Move it! Here I come! Now you see what I can do! Demon Fang! Lunar Rondo!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Ignite!
Forgive me. This is my
I'll bring you
Forward,
joy!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I'll bring back
My
from
turn!
death to
You're mine! Here I come! Slash! Infernal Torrent! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! My turn! Strike! Take it! It's on!
anything in armor is all mine!
Swallow Blade!
Ready!
Sword Rain out! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm going to need
Demon Fang!
Go! Don't mind if I do!
Try harder! Not a chance! Allow me to help you. No escape!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Take it! Move it! Try harder! My turn! Ha! You picked the wrong fight! Take it!
Armor won't save you!
You're mine! Here I come! No escape!
One more!
Here I come! No escape! Try this!
Get on in there with me!
Healing Gale!
In your dreams!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Can't end here!
Armor won't save you!
Demon Fang!
That move!
Demon! Here comes the big one! Now! No escape! Awaken and it's on! Demon Fang! My turn! Easter!
Shine! Radiant light!
Rising Wyvern!
Regeneration!
Rising Phoenix!
Regenerate!
Rising Wyvern!
Thank you for the healing.
Our comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our way.
Swallow Blade! Take it! Execution! Rising Wyvern!
Negative gate!
Rising Phoenix! Demon Fang!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here I come! I'm not done! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Wide open!
It won't
Demon
escape
Fang!
me!
Try this! Explosive ring!
I never miss!
Demon Fang! Inside me! Yours to be let free! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! You're mine! Swallow Blade! On your knees!
I don't know what I can without you.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Demon Fang!
Here goes!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alphen. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Armor won't save you!
looking good. Demon Fang!
Not in your dreams.
Fly!
Sometimes the best
I'm not
medicine is
done!
to help us
Swallow blade!
get on
Demon
there with
Fang!
the others.
You're mine! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Shine! Radiant light!
Sometimes the best medicine is to help us swallow you.
Rising Wyvern!
They
Rising Phoenix! Ignite!
Go get it!
Demon Fang!
The
Swallow
flames will
Blade!
roar.
Dragon Swarm!
In here! Get on in there with the others.
Now you see what I can do!
You're mine! No execution! You'll pay for that!
I'm ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You're mine!
The flames will roar. It's getting stronger.
Switch! Up its movements! Watch out! I owe you one! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Unadulterated fury.
Demon Fang! Slash! Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Better. First aid. Heroes.
We try hard, my turn! Demon Fang! Demon
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Piston! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Try harder!
Gonna smart.
Not a chance! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Sometimes the best medicine is to help us swallow you.
Ignite!
One more. Healing circle.
Demon Fang!
I owe you, Shion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. Don't mind if I do. Here goes. All right, it's showtime.
Demon Fang!
The flames will roar. I never miss. Feel.
Won't save you!
This will come in handy.
You're mine! It's too much! Demon Fang!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon, the flame inside me yearns to be let
It's getting weaker.
Demon Fang!
You take it?
Eat this!
Here's another
Resonate with the earth!
Okay, watch yourself, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Demon Fang!
So you clamor for my true power?
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
I can't lose. Go time! Steel! Get on in there!
Demon Fang!
Fire!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
Now you see what I can do!
Here goes!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
Here's another!
This
Don't
one's
mind if
all
I do!
mine! Hurricane Thrust! Searing Gale!
Sleep now!
Bloody howling! Rising Wyvern! Can't move! Listen to it! Here I come!
I'm expert coming through!
Stop!
Here goes! I never fit!
And we went through like all our life bottles there.
Can't be happening!
Now I can let loose! Demon Fang!
Anything in order is all mine!
It's on! Demon Fang!
Can't
Burn! Demon Fang!
I must remember my limits.
Explosive ring!
No further! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Got through it. Oh my god. What?
Looks like the little guy had a trick up its sleeve.
There's always something bigger and slimier.
Wait, there's a second phase to this boss? You're actually joking.
There! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Demon Fang! Sorry. Demon Fang!
ready to go!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Now I can let loose! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! This one's all mine! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
In here! Here's a healing arc! Get on in there!
Here you are!
Rending you up!
Demon Fang!
Here's a
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Burn! Demon Fang!
only did what any other would.
I think you're nicer than you let on. Go get him!
I have no limits! Demon Fang!
I'll bring you
Sword
back.
Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! From Demon Fang! Imbued! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
It's been a smart.
Ha! You picked the wrong fight! Demon Fang!
In here!
Not done yet! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Where are you going?
I'm sorry to be a dog.
We've all got enough on our
Here comes the
Yes,
Demon
ma'am.
Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
In here! Let me show you what my art can do!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Here's another!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
It's weakened!
This ends now! Rising Phoenix! Demon Fang!
Hold on to your art!
Rising Wyvern!
Here I come!
Rising Phoenix!
What my art can do! Sleep now!
Demon Fang!
Let's get you all up to don't mind if I do!
Demon Fang!
In here! I'll be saving this one!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Take that! Vanish without a trace! The flames will roar!
Demon Fang!
This will come in handy!
Ignite! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
In here!
Demon Fang!
Expert coming through! Vanish without a
Try harder! My turn!
Here goes!
My turn!
More
Try
where that
harder!
came from!
Now! Now!
Here's another!
My turn! Now! Now!
Take that!
My turn! Now!
The big one's up to something.
I don't want to know what else it has in store.
Let's smash it to pieces before it can show us!
Quite.
Demon Fang!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that!
Demon Fang! This one's all mine! Demon Fang!
I can carve through armor!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
That's gonna smart! One more! One more! One more!
Take this! I'm not done! Not today!
Here's a healing art! One more!
Rising Wyvern!
For you, Dad!
Rising Phoenix!
By the power of praise!
Try harder!
Take that!
Moon
One
Escape!
more!
Swallow Blade! Demon Fang! Lunar Rondo! Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back
Demon
from
Fang!
just a bit!
Demon Fang!
Here I go! That's gonna smart!
Swallow Blade! Demon Fang!
By the power of go get it!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Feel! More for the stockpile!
Try harder! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Try harder! Not a chance! Not a chance! Now! My turn! Take this! Burn in hell!
In here!
Rising Wyvern!
Let's get you all
Rising Phoenix! Fang! Armor won't save you! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitate!
Demon Fang!
Still got some fight left in me.
Dude, Law is just the dodging champion, bro. Has anyone else seen this?
Take that! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Here goes! One more! By the power of pain! Vanish without
You're mine!
God damn, dude.
There! Take it!
The flames will roar.
Bro!
Demon Fang!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Now I can let loose!
A banana, let's go. Here goes. Get
Demon Fang!
on you now together. All right.
Try harder! My turn! My turn! My turn!
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Now!
Pull myself together.
The flames will roar.
Try harder!
Hear me. Flame of fury.
Demon Fang!
Where are you going?
Eat this! Rising Water! Rising Phoenix! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Not on my watch!
Rising Phoenix!
Let's tear 'em up!
Demon Fang!
The tactics are working. Great!
Full speed ahead.
Hey, wait for Law!
Here goes.
Demon Fang! It's on! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Here goes. Take that.
Not today! Rising Water! Rising Phoenix!
Standing forward.
Far enough! Better if you don't sit up.
Here goes.
Demon Fang!
Dragon Shout. Take that.
Demon Fang!
Here goes.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Thanks! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Sleep now.
Demon Fang!
Here's another.
Demon Fang! It's on!
Not on my watch!
Rising Water! Rising Phoenix!
This will come in handy.
Demon Fang!
Nothing gets by me!
Eat this! Rising Water! Rising Phoenix!
I never miss!
Armor won't save you.
Do not touch away. Now.
Shion!
This ends now!
Consider
Oh boy.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Huh? What?
Oh, wow!
You dummy.
Good grief.
We unlocked a fishing
I
spot.
feel so gross and sticky after that fight.
Tell me about it. We better hurry and get a bath and laundry going ASAP. A fish! You saw it. Great! Yes! Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
Well, we finished exploring this cave. Now report to this dude.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Good one. Good, good.
All right.
Good.
Burning blood. Oh, tidal wave. Um.
We have truly borne witness to a striking example of female determination this day.
Yeah, you said it.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here
Faster.
Huh? Something smells nice.
It's probably the accessory I picked up earlier. It uses materials that put off a pleasing aroma.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. I'm jealous.
Want to try it on? I'm sure it'll look great on you.
Really? I'd love to.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
It's a brand new day, everyone. Let's greet the dawn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna continue doing side quests and stuff off stream, but thank you guys for watching this part of Tales of Arise. I appreciate it. Alright. As always, leave a like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Had a very, very strange session today. but good one nonetheless.